Stadium in Miami. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wait, 20! Let's go,
Brady gives this to White, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Wait, 20! Alert! Switch up! Tight end right. Even. Move! Check, 50. Alert!
Throwing again. Brady. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, New England.
And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Wait, Alabama, 380. Number 53, line 53.
Here's Brady to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
80. Jam. 57's Mike. Mike. Bravo. Watch the run. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here we go. 57. 57.
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Parker unable to get that one. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. That's going to be caught. That one goes for 24 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Patriots add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Rosen to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
72. Motion, bump. Help him. Bump. Hey, Delta. 53, check 53. All day. Let's go. Help him.
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
65. Motion. 43 is the mic.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Check, 43. Check. 72.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Fresno. Hey, alert 3. Quarter.
On first down, Drake. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert. Check Mike 33. I'm on. Hey, Charlie. Check 33. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Rosen will throw. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arm saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up,
right.
Hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Drake. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Rosen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Where's 52?
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Defense, let's go.
Rosen to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady looking for Harry. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Get your swerve on. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come on, G.
Third and long here for Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Dorsett. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust, and this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Watch QB drop. Cover.
Brady now on 1st down. Dorsett's got it. 25 yards that time. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Alert flare. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. 72. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 50. Buzz. So don't say nothing. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Go Bandit. Oh, yeah, and here we go.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Wait, that 53. Let's make these rip. All the way back home, yo. Hey, seam 6. Alert. Kill. No. Me. Regular.
On 1st down, Brady. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for the... Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go. Watch the run. Alert. Check quarter.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Drake. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
It's complete to Parker, left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Hey, Echo. Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Not here. 57.
Faking the give to Drake, now Rosen. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, Brady. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there for New England, 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
53's Mike. Check 53's Mike.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
680. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Hey, orbit.
In your face.
Now Rosen on first down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Monday. Here we go.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. It's the Bengals that have moved back in front now in a seesaw affair. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
53's the mic. 50.
Hey, Haywood.
I can't believe they let you play.
Brady now on first down. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Wait, that 380.
Hey, eat. Bound to lose one.
Check it, reload.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, 29 yards. And the Patriots continue to roll. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Monday.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And his pass incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. They look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. He lets this one fly toward the back, and that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Extra point up and through, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Got his man. That's Harry. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. N'Keal Harry, 72 yards. And the Patriots are pouring it on. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now it's Rosen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. 23, land now. Smooth.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down. 4 down. Check.
Hey, hot.
Back 55. Back 55. Hey, let's get in.
Let's go on. No, 66.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Watch the twist.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
All day, dog.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's caught. Stills, right side. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Now a desperation throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Stills the intended target. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for New England. 58 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Brady going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
I'm scared. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball.